for the topic of this month from Mindful Me, we're talking about managing emotional stability this April. And I think that as young people, that's an aspect of our life that sometimes we struggle with, especially in the teenage years, or when you're just about finishing high school, in your high school stages. There's that emotional instability that we're facing, mostly because our hormones are trying to understand what's going on. Adulthood is trying to kick in. There's so much going on, and it's as if growing up is a trap. It feels like that sometimes. Like nobody warned me that these things were going to happen. I just feel like things are just coming onto you all of a sudden, and it's hard to handle that. So emotional stability pretty much is the capacity to manage or balance your emotions when you're faced with something that you didn't expect. So basically what I want to emphasize during this month is, how does somebody maintain that emotional stability? How do you become so in control of yourself such that when you're faced with all of these unexpected turn of events, you're still able to maintain your emotions, you're still able to balance your emotions? And that begins, for me, the important thing is to understand that you can never be in control of everything. You can never be 100% in control of everything around you. You're going to receive news that you didn't think was going to happen the way that it did. And sometimes people are going to disappoint you. Sometimes people will not do what it is they said they were going to do. So because you have come to a place of understanding that things will not turn out as you plan, things will not happen as you plan, you need to be open about that and be able to manage your emotions such that when I receive news today that the person that I trusted did not, do the things that I expected, how do I handle that? How do I manage that? And it comes back to me knowing that that person is human and they're also struggling with a number of things, and probably because they're struggling with something, they failed to reach out to that agreement that we had. So what am I saying? Pretty much what I'm saying is, one of the first steps to maintain emotional stability is to know that you're not in control. And when you're not in control, you need to know that you have to accept certain things as they are. You need to have a big heart, have a big room, have room for disappointment. When I say leave room for disappointment, I'm not saying that live a half life or live your life in the sidelines because you're afraid of disappointment. I'm saying live your best life, but also have an open mind and an open heart to know that certain people might disappoint you, so that when you receive something that's not as you planned, you'll still be able to just know that God has this. I'm not in control. God is going to take care of this for me. Maybe it's finances, maybe it's relationships, whatever it may be that you're struggling with. I want to emphasize that you can still be emotionally stable by understanding that you have more control on how you feel than how the people around you feel. You have more control on how you respond than how other people will respond. And because you have that control, one of the things you need to keep telling yourself, one of the things you need to keep working on yourself is to know that because I'm not in control of everything, I'm going to choose peace. Because I'm not in control of everything, I'm going to choose to be happy. Yes, things are happening around me that are disorderly. Things are happening around me that might want to bring sadness, but I have control of my inner peace. I have control over my heart. So I'm going to choose who's going to break it and who's not going to break it. I'm going to choose what is worth staying in my heart and keeping me bitter and what shouldn't. So as soon as you begin to control that, trust me, you're going to have this emotional stability like never before. So thank you so much for listening to us. And from Mindful Me, we still want to encourage you, ensure that you work on managing your emotions. It's not worth stressing about everything, because you need to know that a man may plan his ways, but it is God that establishes them all. So for me, all I'm saying is trust God, live for God, let God do everything. You do your best, let God do the rest. So thank you. Have a wonderful man.